Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports and regionsports.com as we'll pause for the national anthem. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School as the Hanger Insurance Group presents Crown Point Bulldogs taking on the Chesterton Trojans in the DAC Girls Basketball Showdown. I'm Mike Zajac. I'll have tonight's play-by-play, and joining me with the color two-man group over here, Doug Nelson and Greg Braggs. Gentlemen, good evening.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for having me. It'll be a fun night. Two good games tonight in the Dueling Conference. So.
Absolutely. My old stomping grounds, graduated from Crown Point High School. Doing the three-man weave for Region Sports Network. I like it.
You got it.
I'm going to start off with the starting lineups. We'll go with Chesterton tonight. Chesterton head coach is Jack Campbell. We're going to put out there first is number 3, Ingrid Hurst. She's a junior 5'8" guard. Number 4 is Emily Richardson. She's a senior 5'6" guard. A senior, number 12, Emma Pape. She's a 5'9" forward. Carly Bayless, a senior at 6 foot. She'll be the center, wearing number 20 tonight. And Maddie Davis, the senior, 5'10" forward, wearing number 22 tonight for head coach Jack Campbell. For the 17-2 Crown Point Bulldogs, Olivia Santiago, number 10. She's a guard, 5'8", senior. Brooke Lynn Smith, number 13, she's a guard, 5'8", junior. Jessica Carruthers, a 5'7" guard. She, too, a senior, wearing number 14 tonight. She's an Indiana All-Star. Nikki Gerodimos, number 23, she's a forward, a 5'11" senior. And number 31, Lily Stoddard, another Indiana All-Star, a forward at 6'4". She is a senior. And head coach is Chris Siebert. Scott Reed and Mark Runner are the varsity assistants for the Crown Point Bulldogs tonight. We get ready for tip-off between Bayless and Stoddard of Crown Point.
Mike, you mentioned Carruthers and Stoddard, possibly Indiana All-Stars. Carruthers is also in the running for Miss Basketball.
Yep.
She's pretty good, and she's going to IUPUI, and Stoddard's going to Purdue. So,
yep.
A lot of talent on the floor right now for Crown Point.
Yeah, rightfully so. They're state champions last year. They've been through the battles, bringing back most of the team that won the state championship last year. Chesterton's going to have their hands full tonight, I'm sure of it.
Shot up, doesn't go, tipped around, and the Bulldogs come out of it. Gerodimos with the rebound.
If Chesterton's got any chance tonight, they cannot give Crown Point extra opportunities to score.
Lynn Smith couldn't get it to fall. Loose ball on the ground, and it's taken by Chesterton. Jump ball goes to the Trojans.
I'm expecting Crown Point to put a full court press on. They played Highland the other day, and they gave them a full court press for pretty much all 4 quarters of the basketball game.
Right, and even if they don't get the steal, what they do is speed you up, just like that situation there. Chesterton guard kind of took a bad jump stop and traveled, and now it's back to Crown Point.
Still no score early on. Inside, wide open there is Gerodimos. It's Crown Point up 2-0 early on.
Yeah, that's what they're going to run a little run and jump, and Carruthers just kind of floats around.
Carruthers lays it in 4-0. Talking to head coach Siebert of Crown Point before the game, he said he wants to just create chaos for Chesterton, and they're doing it early on here.
Yeah, because as Doug just mentioned, it's not just creating the turnovers on the pressing end when you inbounds the ball. When you get it across half court, if you can prove you can do that, you got to slow it down and play your half court game. And Chesterton took a quick 3 there, and I'm sure their coach would prefer them to run their offense.
Yeah, something else that's interesting tonight is this is a varsity game, and there's only two officials. That's a little different for these guys. They got to get used to the rotation.
A lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Gerodimos over to Carruthers. 3 doesn't go. They get the rebound. Tipped up, doesn't go from Lynn Smith, but she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, that's like we mentioned. Chesterton's got to limit them to one shot down the floor. Crown Point's already got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds. It's going to be a long night. It's already a tough field to climb for Chesterton. But if they continue to give Crown Point extra chances, it's going to be a real tough night.
I was surprised the other night. Came in here watching Highland take on Crown Point. Was expecting Crown Point to give them a tough game, and Highland hung in there for 4 quarters. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for Chesterton, but they got to find their bearings quickly, or Crown Point could go on an early run that could end it.
Yeah, Highland's got a nice team this year. They just can't get over the hump. They can't win those close games, and they're getting there. Coaches are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
Hurst looking for somebody, finally gets it up. It's tipped around. Davis.
Early timeout.
Yeah, timeout from Chesterton. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So early on, 6-0 our score. Bulldogs on top of Chesterton. And like we kind of said early on, we were talking before the game, he said it's going to be a big one for Crown Point with a blowout.
Well, it's a possibility, but you see how disruptive they are on defense, making Chesterton work so far away from the basket. That's what Coach Campbell called an early timeout. Trying to get them to work more north and south and get to the rim. They're working more far away from the basket, and that's going to make it hard to score.
Chesterton only one day to prepare for this game. They played Wednesday night, and asking Coach Campbell, said it's a general Millie around kind of team. No turnovers is what he wants out of them, but early on they're struggling.
Yeah.
You got to take care of the basketball. You got to be smart with your possessions. Take your time. That's part of the game is slow this game down. Crown Point's trying to speed it up.
This is Pape over to Richardson. She drives right side. Davis swings it around to Hurst. Bayless knocks it out of bounds. It'll go back to Crown Point.
That was a tough one for Chesterton because they were trying to feed the post, and she had good position. It was a good pass. It just went off her knee, unfortunately for Chesterton. So,
yeah, the Crown Point guards can afford to put a lot of pressure on the wall because they got 6'4" Stoddard waiting for you in the lane, So, go ahead and drive, and we're just going to block it.
Nice pass there, down low. Gerodimos from Lynn Smith. It's 8-0 Crown Point.
Nice job by Chesterton to just get it down the court. But, once you get it down there, that's the thing about a press. You see this with the boys and the girls. Team that presses, then you get it across half court, and you kind of forget, hey, we made it through the tough part. Now slow down, play your offense.
And that's one reason why a team would press is just speed you up, make things a little more difficult than they have to be.
Ball was knocked out by the Bulldogs. It stays with Chesterton. This one, too, knocked away.
You see how they contest every pass. Yep. Nothing's going to be easy here for Chesterton here tonight.
They lob it up. This one's tipped out. They run after it. Ball out of bounds. And whose ball is it?
It's Chesterton ball.
Chesterton. Knocked out by Crown Point. 3 straight balls tipped out by the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, that was a stat we used to keep. It was just deflections. mess up the rhythm of their play just a little bit, and it'll mess up the rhythm of the offense. Yeah, I agree.
First drives had it knocked away, and here come the Bulldogs. They pull up. This is Carruthers.
Yeah, Jessica Carruthers is the real deal, Holyfield. You'll see her go through an array of different dribbling moves and pull-up jumper there. She could have easily gone in for the layup, but she's got the total package. There she is again.
Yeah.
Carruthers the other way. She will lay it up and in. And Chesterton already calling for another timeout. They've taken 2 so far. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too. It's 12-0 Crown Point on top, 4:38 to play. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You've built a life. Hanger Insurance helps you protect it. Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point offers coverage for all personal, commercial, agriculture, and life insurance. Hanger is there to help clients manage risk and protect what they love. The experienced staff at Hanger Insurance Group prides themselves on client relationships and is there for clients every step of the way. To learn more, visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group. Protect what you love.
Welcome back as the Hanger Insurance Group presents RSN Game Night coverage of the Chesterton Trojans and the Crown Point Bulldogs right here on the Region Sports Network. Doug Nelson, along with Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac from Crown Point. 12-0 here in the first. All Bulldogs. And if you're Chesterton, you don't want this one to get away from you. What are you guys doing if you're head coach for Chesterton, trying to get some points on the board?
I mean, if I were them, I'd go back to trying to work it into the post. They had the right idea on one of their previous possessions, just happened to go off of her knee. And I would be trying to go back to that well. The path of least resistance is closest to the rim.
It's impressive there. Stoddard, some guard on the perimeter. That's what's going to make her so valuable next year in the Big Ten. But to go with what you're talking about, Chesterton, they're young this year. They graduated a bunch of guys, and they're a really good senior class last year, and they have a very nice 8th grade class coming up. So, Jack's building for the future. They want to just get through this night. It's at a weird point of the season with the sectional draw coming up Sunday, and these guys can play each other again. So, it's just get through this night and let's learn something.
That one was tipped. They wanted to get a Stoddard, but tipped to Lynn Smith, but she was able to put that one in. It's 14-0. This one swatted away from Stoddard.
Again, that's what makes it so tough. They have size, and she can 6'4". She's mobile.
Yep.
Most big guys can be big under the basket, but she's also able to guard on the perimeter, which is pretty valuable.
Very impressive to cover that much ground.
Yeah.
Bayless over to Davis. Davis long 2. I think it was tipped. They got the rebound, no shot. Then they will reset it. This is Richardson. Some rare offensive rebounding for the Trojans. They try and get it inside, swing it out, but they throw it away. Another turnover for the Trojans, and Bulldogs bringing in a few replacements.
And I think you just feel a little sense of urgency with Crown Point. With respect to Highland, they certainly have a good program this year. I think they're going to do well here later in the year in sectionals in their own right. But I don't think Crown Point enjoyed having to fight for 4 quarters in the way that they did. And I think tonight they probably don't want to mess around, play with their food, so to speak, you know, and take care of business.
Sometimes you need a game like that to kind of open your eyes a little bit, and especially right before a tournament like that.
Stoddard wanted a foul, no call.
She definitely got pushed in the back there. I can understand the gripe.
That one's a tough one to see with a 2-man crew. It really is.
There's Richardson. Too many steps, turns it over back to Crown Point.
One of the Crown Point future stars is number 24 there, Ava Zulkowski. She's going to be a real nice player. I believe she's a sophomore. Yeah, she's got size. She can play inside and out. She's got a really good, nice touch from the perimeter, and she's going to be a tough one to handle here in the future.
Stoddard all alone on the rebound. She missed her first. Nobody to block out, makes her second. And she's on the board. First 2 points of the game for her.
You got to find Stoddard on a box out.
She should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
get the tall one.
At 6'4", yeah.
Yeah.
Foul there is on Hurst.
Again, I think Crown Point's going to play a lot of people tonight. They have looks like their entire roster dressed over there on the bench.
Yep.
They had to go find some chairs, but Coach Seibert's going to keep his kids healthy, and the sectional two is not, sectional two is not going to be easy this year. There's been some teams that have given them a little bit of a run, so again, to just get out of this evening healthy and with a win and get another Duneland Athletic Conference championship under their belt.
Manat Singh into the game for Chesterton. Had a nice deflection to get the turnover. And this one was tipped. It'll stay with the Trojans. It's Pape driving. Trying to get it over to Davis. It's a loose ball on the ground. Call a jump ball, and it'll go back to Crown Point. 16-0 our score, 2:01 to play in the first.
Again, looks like Chesterton's always been a little crafty with Jack there, and they're running a little half-court trap. It's a little 1-2-2 trap. That's why it makes it sometimes difficult to find someone to block out in these situations.
This is a three from Stoddard in the corner. 19-0 our score.
That's why she's heading to Purdue. Can cover on defense, outside and in, hits three points, shots inside, out. She's all over the place tonight.
And as we said earlier, Crown Point's just tenacious. They have that knack of being able to smell blood. They're going to take full advantage of this, and their Coach Seibert's going to go and play hard like this, full court for maybe a quarter, maybe a half even. But then he'll call off the dogs. He's always been a classy coach.
Yeah, they were honoring him before the game. Coach Seibert, 32 years here with, I think they said 32 years. It was pretty loud.
I think that we're talking about Scott Reed, the assistant coach.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott Reed.
Yeah,
that's right.
Scott's been here forever. He was here with Tom May, won a couple state championship with Tom May in single-class basketball, which is really impressive, and then won one last year with Coach Seibert. So Scott's been a pillar of success here at Crown Point. Has done an amazing job here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Amy Phillips off the bench puts two more on the board for the Bulldogs, makes it 21-0. Swing it in the corner. This is Bayless driving baseline, goes off glass. No good, knocked out. It'll go back to Crown Point. Now Bayless, nice job trying to make something happen on offense for Chesterton. Cannot get that one to fall.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm sure they, wish they could get something on the board here before the quarter ends, and that's who I'd continue to go to. I mean, she's a senior, and the few times they've had an opportunity to get one to go down, I think she's been the best candidate for it. So I'd continue to try to find her, just to try to get something on the board to make this somewhat respectable.
Especially with Stoddard's on the bench, that lane's a little more accessible for Chesterton right now.
Christina Kokot into the game for the Trojans. Under 50 seconds to go.
Hands.
And another steal by the Bulldogs. Missed the layup. The putback doesn't go. Tipped around. They swing it back to Phillips.
Look at the ball movement here. Yep, impressive. They go right into their offense. It was a good recovery by Chesterton to get back. Force the turnover. But, yeah, that was some impressive ball movement. Couldn't find a shot, though, so good coverage for Chesterton's defense on that possession. It's the little battles when you start to get down into this kind of margin.
You have to. And Chesterton's still fighting. You got to respect that. They knew coming here it was going to be a long evening. But, again, you want to find something to take out of it here tonight.
Richardson gets it out inside to Hurst, and she's fouled. She will go to the line, shoot two.
That's an example of when you're late to the spot, you're going to be a foul. When you're late, she's got to get more to help side and expect that cutter and beat her to the spot. But when you're late, when you're the second one there, that's going to be a foul on you. I think I see our third official hurrying to the locker room as we speak.
Even some Crown Point fans there giving a round of applause for Chesterton to get something in. So there's sportsmanship going on here too. Wasn't a Bronx cheer.
I was going to say. I was going to say the Bronx cheer. I just heard that phrase last night, I think, somewhere.
A fresh 5 coming in for Crown Point. It's a line change for the Bulldogs. Carruthers back into the game. And the shot doesn't go. 21-1 our score after 1. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back as the Hanger Insurance Group presents RSN Game Night coverage of Chesterton Trojans and the Crown Point Bulldogs right here on the Region Sports Network. From home to life insurance, they offer a wide variety of coverage to fit your needs. To find out more, visit hangerinsurancegroup.com. 21-1 our score. Yes, 21-1 is the score as we enter the second quarter. As it's Crown Point on top of the Trojans. Greg Braggs, Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac here from Crown Point High School. As Chesterton will get it to start the second quarter. Singh had it knocked away. Carruthers pulls up, long 2, doesn't go. And the Bulldogs with the rebound. Gerodimos with it, loose ball. It's right on the line. It was close from being out. They swing it around to the left side. Nice ball movement there by the Bulldogs. It's Stoddard inside for 2 more.
Yeah, Chesterton's in a little 3-2 zone. They're trying to trap out of it, but just Crown Point is so skilled in moving the basketball and moving that defense, and they're working inside out and making it very difficult for Chesterton to catch up to them.
First inside, down low to Bayless, but no good. There's a 3 from Lynn Smith, doesn't fall. Carruthers with the rebound, puts it back. She's got 8.
Yeah, that's one part of her game. That intermediate shot, which is not easy because a lot of people don't practice it that much.
Right.
But that 8 to 10 foot shot, she shoots a very high percentage from that area.
The lost art of the mid-range game.
Yeah, using the backboard, doing the little things like that.
Jessica and DeMar DeRozan are bringing it back.
Yeah.
Now, her dad, Mark, certainly built a basketball factory with Johnny Carruthers, who went to Andrean and Jessica.
Yeah, our third official made it.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Probably a little early 5:30 start might be rough for some.
Job,
yeah, might be rough on a Friday Lake County traffic.
Good defense there by the Trojans. And now Cocott had it knocked away. She got trapped in the corner after she passed the half-court line. Here's a long 3. Doesn't go. Rebound, loose ball to Stoddard. Tries going off glass. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Yeah, again, that's one of those things. There's a couple times where the Lady Bulldogs have been down on the floor. Coach Seibert's over there holding his breath. How long does he want to play his starters here? I know you want to get him a sweat and get him their numbers because, again, the all-star ballots and stuff like that, that's very statistical.
Sure.
You want to get them their touches, but you also want to save some legs here for the next couple weeks.
And we know how biased the Central Indiana voters can be with some of the region talent at times.
Yeah, Jessica Carruthers is a flat-out stud and a winner, but it's the deck is stacked against her just from being up in the region.
Bayless back into the game for Trojans as they turn it over again. The layup is good from Lynchman. She's got 6 and tipped out. It'll stay with the Trojans. 28-3 our score, 5:40 to play in the second.
You can see how good they are at reading that long pass. They're almost like a safety in football. You know, they read the eyes of the quarterback of the possessor of the ball and jump those passing lanes, and they just swarm and keep coming and keep coming.
Nice skip pass.
3 doesn't go. It's Bayless with the rebound. It was Foster for 3 from Crown Point. This is Schultz going down low and on the backside defense. Up ahead, this is Carruthers, lays it in for 2 more.
They're just so fast. I mean, really, you got to be frustrated. Chesterton, seemed like it was setting up to be a good play, and they just jumped the route, as you said.
Yeah, they just anticipate. They do all the little things right. And what Coach Seibert doesn't want, you don't want to get sloppy. You know, you want to still create your good habits and your finishing and taking pride in finishing layups, and that's what Coach is looking for here tonight.
Richardson going down low. Shot is blocked. Stoddard goes down hard. The shot from Bayless goes out of bounds. And they'll go back to the Bulldogs.
Lily took a hard fall there. You know, when you're the biggest one on the court, sometimes you don't get all the calls that the average basketball player is going to get.
Right,
you just have to fight through it.
That's what I'm saying. Coach Seibert's got to be holding his breath every time. They're tough kids, and I get it. I was at the game earlier in the year where Carruthers took a shot to the head, and everyone was kind of like, uh-oh, here we go. But she came right back and played the next day against Penn, I believe. So these guys are tough.
Pape had it knocked away. Going back to Crown Point, loose ball. They call it travel. It'll go back to the Trojans. 4:05 to play.
You see, this is a different kind of press. This is a little half-court trap now. Picking them up at half-court.
In the corner, nice pass. This is Bayless to Schultz. Pape doesn't go. The rebound to the Bulldogs. And it's Carruthers pushing it up the court. Going coast to coast. Doesn't go. Rebound to Chesterton.
Again, Coach Seibert going back to the bench here at the next dead ball.
Richardson had that one knocked out. And a fresh 3 coming in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is the kind of game, as a coach, you go tell your kids, look, you're going to play the first half, maybe a little in the third quarter. So get your stuff, get your points and touches here in the first half, because you're not going to be spending much time out on the floor tonight.
Yeah, because even Lily coming down the court there had, slight look like she's laboring a little bit just from hitting the deck a few times. I mean, she's fine, but.
Nice pass down low. Stoddard can't connect. Got her own rebound, but she, I thought, was fouled. Not. It's a jump ball. Stay with the Bulldogs here.
Lily was flabbergasted by that.
Yeah, it's Crown Point ball. The arrow's pointing the right way. No, the arrow's pointing that way. What is he? We know it's Friday.
He said white ball, but he's pointing.
He was trying to go the other way.
Yeah. This pass to the left wing. Long shot doesn't go. Out of bounds back to Chesterton. Shot was from Ava Zulkowski.
I think she's going to be a real good one here for Crown Point next couple years. Coach Seibert and his staff, they, I'm sure, are very aware of how good Carruthers is, but you never realize how good they are until they're gone.
Right.
Next year when he goes to practice and she's not, number 14's not on the floor, it's going to be she's handled a lot of things that Coach Seibert hasn't had to worry about the last couple of years.
And Zulkowski has a lot of length.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I saw her play last year at the JV level. She can really shoot it.
Bayless pass knocked out from Zulkowski. Stays with Chesterton. 2:56 to play in the second quarter. 30-3. All Crown Point in this one. Nice pass, but nobody home. Try going around the defense. And Crown Point the other way. Couldn't get it to fall was Zoe Wells in the game for the Bulldogs, and it goes back to Chesterton.
Yeah, like I said, this is that point in the game. Coach Seibert's trying to keep his cool. He's up 30-3, but it's a little sloppy right now. He can't be real pleased with how they're doing, but he's just, like I said earlier, let's just get through this night, get a part of that Dual Athletic Conference Championship, and get ready for the postseason.
Richardson with it. A lot of passing from the Trojans. He bangs this one off the leg of Zulkowski. It'll stay here and kind of reset the offense for Chesterton.
You got to be careful running into a corner and then picking up your dribble like that. She got out of it by throwing it off the defender's knee, but he's done that a couple times now.
Hey, you don't want to go out down there unless you know what you're going to do with it.
Down low. Pape couldn't get anything going. There's a foul. It's going to be a foul on. It looks like Zulkowski. It is. That's her first.
This is another situation here where Crown Point's next opponent, South Bend, Washington. They're probably the favorite to win the 3A title. That's going to be a real good game at South Bend, Washington. So you could, if you're Coach Seibert again, you got to keep your kids focused on this game and then worry about South Bend, Washington, next week.
Stoddard using that big frame, those long arms. Knocked that one away and then ran it down.
Yeah.
Causes the fall.
Yeah, her closing speed beating Chesterton to the ball there when Chesterton was closer to it as it got loose is impressive.
Yeah, what she can do in the open floor is pretty rare for a 6'4".
Richardson with the foul. Second shot for Stoddard. Yeah, it's good. She's got 9. 31-3. Bulldogs on top. As Wisniewski and Hurst go back-to-back. Here's Davis. See the double team and the chaos caused by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Crown Point came in with the 12th best average margin of victory in the state, and they're probably going to increase that ranking here tonight, but they've just been impressive on both ends of the floor.
Davis couldn't get that one to fall against Stoddard, as this is Carruthers.
A little Euro step.
Yeah, she makes that look pretty easy.
Yeah. She probably put that on Johnny a few times at the house.
At the driveway, one-on-one games.
Wisniewski in trouble again, has knocked it out of bounds off Carruthers' leg. They'll stay with the Trojans. Carruthers and Stoddard come out.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to come out a little bit and play the first few minutes of the second half, but they could be done for the evening. It's really, like you said, get them a little sweat, get them their numbers a little bit, but it's really not worth getting injured when you're up by 30 in the first half.
Foster and Maldonado in for the Bulldogs as they lead it by 30 with a minute 14 to play in the first half. Down low, back outside. Here's a 3 from the left wing. Doesn't go for Hurst. Zulkowski with it, and she's fouled. and just be the team's 6th.
I think she's in the bonus, yeah.
It is.
Well, you just heard Coach Siebert say, slow down, you know.
Well, this is a good opportunity for these guys on the floor right now to get those varsity minutes. You know, you can't. It's hard to replicate this game speed in practice. So these guys on the floor, the Zulkowski, the other bench players, this is a great experience for them.
Absolutely.
Get them ready for down the road and maybe needed in the postseason.
Yeah,
First drive in the lane, she's fouled, and she will shoot 2.
as we saw last year, as Crown Point went on their state title run, foul trouble, when you start to get into seriously competitive games, girls can get in foul trouble very quickly, and then you got to start calling on some of your bench to, make things happen so you can secure that title.
Yeah, you never know if Jessica, Carruthers gets a couple fouls or Stoddard gets a little foul trouble. Somebody might have to step up and be an unsung hero. So you just got to continue to and to be prepared for your opportunity.
Back-to-back rebounds for the Trojans. A jump ball. It'll go back to the Bulldogs.
Crown Point's currently ranked 3rd in the IBCA poll, 6th overall on the computer poll. So, the Sectional 2 is not going to be easy this year. It's going to be a challenge, and the regional's always tough. But Coach Seibert's got him ready to make a run here again.
Very nice play there.
Yeah.
Zulkowski in the lane.
That time,
got 3.
they took their time and ran the offense.
Yeah. Well, diagonal passing's very productive here against that zone.
Final 5 seconds of the first half. This is Hurst. 2 seconds, has to throw one up. Doesn't go, and then he'll do it at halftime. 35-3 our score. The Bulldogs on top of the Trojans. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party?
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area?
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til, now you know.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all orthopedic specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/JavaWave. You've built a life. Hanger Insurance helps you protect it. Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point offers coverage for all personal, commercial, agriculture, and life insurance. Hanger is there to help clients manage risk and protect what they love. The experienced staff at Hanger Insurance Group prides themselves on client relationships and is there for clients every step of the way. To learn more, visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group. Protect what you love.
You're watching the Hanger Halftime Report, brought to you by the Hanger Insurance Group here in Crown Point. Visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group, protect what you love. Crown Point and Chesterton, it's the Bulldogs on top of the Trojans, 35-3 here at halftime. It is all Bulldogs in this one, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Crown Point held them to 3 in the first quarter, and I believe 0 in the second quarter. So it's a bit of a rout, and you just kind of, now you hope, you see if Chesterton can just play out the string and keep playing hard, don't let go of the rope. Crown Point's a tough team for any school in the state of Indiana, let alone Chesterton. So they've got nothing to hang their hat on, as Doug has mentioned. They've got a bright future ahead, so it's just about getting through the game at the end of the day.
Again, I think that Coach Campbell's got to find some positives and carry him over for the last couple games of the season. They still play Knox, Gary Westside, and Andrean coming up, so they got a busy stretch here before the postseason begins. So they have to find something to build off of and carry it over for those few games and then the postseason, because anything can happen in the postseason. What
have you seen in the first half that you can look as a positive looking forward that Coach Campbell?
You had to ask me that, right? Well,
of course I did.
I didn't get that one.
I laid it out there. They've had great effort. They're not quitting, and that's something that's something you can build on from this game and the future. So what Coach wants to do is say, let's erase the score. Coach Campbell and Chesterton in the locker room, let's erase. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Let's play well. Let's do something well. Let's get better at something here tonight that will help us win one of our remaining 3 games before the postseason. So Coach Campbell's been doing a long time. He's been on both ends of these kinds of games, and he'll get something out of his kids and get something out of this evening.
Let's go through the unofficial scores for the first half. Start with Crown Point. Emily Phillips has 2 points. It's Brooke Lynn-Smith with 6. Jessica Carruthers, I got her down for 12. She could have more than that. Nikki Geradimos with 4. Ava Zulkowski with 3. And it's Lily Stoddard with 9. And I missed a bucket from the Trojans, so I only got Hurst with the 1 free throw. They do have number 15 out there, but I don't see 15 on the roster on either junior varsity or the varsity side of things for Chesterton. So just Hurst with the 1 point. I know number 15 has 2. Not sure who that is on the roster, though, but a struggle from Chesterton. And, the Bulldogs up 35-3 here at halftime as the Bulldogs come out and shoot things around. Trojans still in the locker room. We'll take a short break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
You've built a life. Hanger Insurance helps you protect it. Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point offers coverage for all personal, commercial, agriculture, and life insurance. Hanger is there to help clients manage risk and protect what they love. The experienced staff at Hanger Insurance Group prides themselves on client relationships and is there for clients every step of the way. To learn more, visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group. Protect what you love.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strack and Van Til. Now you know.
You're watching the Hanger Halftime Report, brought to you by the Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point. Visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group, protect what you love. Along with Doug Nelson, Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac from Crown Point. Chesterton and the Bulldogs, 35-3. Bulldogs well on top of this one. And second half, Greg, I'll ask you, what do you do if you're Crown Point? Do you maybe go to the bench here? I'm assuming you would go to the bench.
Yeah, I think Doug brings up a great point in the first half, talking about the risk of injury with sectionals looming. Certainly don't want to get anybody hurt, and the opportunity for girls to come off the bench and really get their roles, carved out and an understanding of what their responsibilities are when they're on the court. Because, like I said, we had the pleasure last year of covering them all the way to the state championship, and I actually had the honor of calling the state championship game for Region Sports Network, and it got tight. They could have very easily lost the state championship because of foul trouble, but, unsung heroes stepped up, and they ultimately won on the defensive end, getting the ball back, and that's the kind of things you need when you go on a long tournament run. So this is an opportunity for some of the players that may not get as much time behind Lily Stoddard, behind Jessica Carruthers, to get that done. And for Chesterton, I think that this is a great team to learn from, So what better team to see where the bar is set for being the best in the region, and see how they can survive here in the second half and try to draw some positives.
And he brought up earlier in that first half that Stoddard went down hard a few times, and you're risking a big injury if she goes down.
Yeah, you don't, especially, last year Crown Point had a couple more weapons. The Santiago sister that went to IUN, she was a big piece of the puzzle, and the Govert kid who won the Mental Attitude Award at the state championship. So they graduated quite a bit. I know Carruthers is good. I know Stoddard's good, but as you make that run, as you mentioned, you're going to run into teams that can take away one person or two people. Yep. In the Crown Point loss down in Indy when they played Noblesville, I believe, they were chased. They chased Carruthers and didn't let her do it. They run a little box and won, and they made it hard for her to get points. And Noblesville beat them by more than 20. So they're going to run into somebody as they're making that run where they're going to need someone else other than the big three, but with Giordimos and Santiago to step up and make a play, like you mentioned, down in the state championship.
Starting off the second half, they get it down low to Davis. She puts it up for 2.
Yeah, Chesterton gets a bucket, and then Lily falls to the ground, and she had a slight limp in the first half, and that's continuing here as she comes back to the defensive end on the second half with a slight limp, hitting the deck 3 or 4 times tonight. So, Coach Siebert's going to be watching that closely, and she probably isn't going to last long here in the second half.
Yeah, I think they'll play about halfway through this quarter, and then they'll be done. Again, one more time on the ground like that, she would probably speed up my clock a little bit, but you just don't need them. When you're up by 30 points, you just don't need her being injured here tonight.
5-second call there on Hurst. Sends it back to Crown Point the other way. There's Carruthers, nice move. Into the corner, cross courts. Carruthers puts up a shot and goes up and over the board, out of bounds, back to the Trojans.
Again, if you're Coach Seibert, you want to do something. He challenged his kids in the locker room at halftime, but don't get sloppy. You can get that shot anytime. That was a standstill.
You're doing Chesterton a favor.
Yeah, 18-footer. You can get that anytime. Why don't you try to move the ball around and execute the offense and get a great shot?
One thing, Chesterton's getting in trouble. They keep getting trapped in the corners. This one, they're going to go back to Crown Point.
Kind of trapping themselves, running into the corner on their own volition and picking up their dribble. Got to be careful with that.
You see when they cross half court, they're going into the corners, and they've got nowhere to go. There's a 3 from Carruthers. She's got 15.
Jessica's got that unorthodox shot. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't necessarily teach that form, but it works, and then you just let it go.
Richardson can't connect on the 3 the other way. Lynn Smith, this is Gerodimos. And they leave Carruthers open in the corner. Another three. She's got 18. It's 41-5.
It certainly is a long developing, shot form, but I think it generates her power in order to have that kind of, range that she has.
Right. And I'm sure she's shot it tens of thousands of times in the barn and on the driveway. So it
worked for Sam Perkins.
In the barn. Where are you at?
Oh, we're not at the PCC tournament? Oh, my bad. Oh. Sorry. We had a barn, man. We had barns at home. That we had neighbors that had barns. You go play in there all winter.
All right.
Beat the heck out of each other, and no one would say a word.
Like I'm down in Paoli, Indiana or something.
Wherever you can get shots up. That's why she's as good as she is. She's shooting while everybody else is running around at the mall and doing other things.
Chesterton sends out a fresh 5. Schultz out there. This one is Stoddard. She has that one knocked. She goes down hard again. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
She goes down hard there, but that was kind of on her own doing. She's going 1-on-4 when, there's 4 eyes right on you. Somebody's got to be open, find the open receiver, and don't take the hit.
Yeah, we are also at that point where the running clock is now in effect. It only shuts off during free throws. But I think it's 35 points. Is that right, Rico? And then it does not stop for the rest of the game now, other than free throws and timeouts. So dead ball situations, the ball, when they're taking the ball in bounds, the clock will continue to run.
Singh brings it up for Chesterton.
You can't pick
now
up
in trouble, and that's not where you want to be. Right by the half-court line. Schultz goes in the corner again, gets herself in trouble, and throws it right to Stoddard.
Great defense by Santiago there.
Well, like you mentioned, when you dribble down to that baseline, that's an extra defender.
Yep.
You got to try to keep it away from the baseline unless you know what you're doing with it down there.
Carruthers' shot doesn't fall, but it stays with the Bulldogs. 4:33 and counting, 42-5, all Crown Point.
I like the implementation of the running clock. There's been talks of the shot clock, which I'm not a fan of, but there are people that are. But as a purist of Indiana basketball, I believe I'm not a fan of the shot clock. They say it'll speed up the game, make it more interesting. I think that comes with playing good defense.
Yeah.
Do something.
Well,
do you think Crown Point needs a shot clock? No, they don't.
Every time a shot clock talk is brought up, I always bring up Warsaw and Crown Point in the regional championship for boys a few years back, where Warsaw literally dribbled the clock out for 4 quarters, and it was about a 12-10 ball game for most of the game. But I can see the other side of it, where it would cause teams to play much sloppier if there was a shot clock.
Yeah, we just don't have the skill that college and professional athletes do. It's not made for high school sports, and they're trying to develop it to be more of an AAU up and down kind of game. That's just not Indiana basketball.
This one is thrown out of bounds, goes back to Chesterton, and another line change coming up for Crown Point.
And this might be the last time we see the starters. What do you think, Doug?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I know that's a tough decision for Coach Seibert. Like I said, those girls are vying for all-state positions, and they go by stats, and but Coach Seibert, he's active in the IBCA, and he can explain what, and the rest of the state knows that they're great players. The numbers don't necessarily reflect how good and how valuable they are to the team.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. The Crowell Company is proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. This one's knocked away. The other way comes Wells, lays it up and good. Wells has her first 2 of the game. It's 46-5, Crown Point on top.
Well, you see when the fresh legs come in, Zoe Wells jumps that route real quick. takes to the basket nicely for her, too.
See, I love that. Some people might not be happy with it. They should be backing off playing a zone. No, I think they've got this might be their third 5. You know what I mean? They've got 15 kids dressed over there. You can continue to play Crown Point basketball, just change the personnel. He's playing half-court defense, but they can still play aggressive, and she's just doing what Crown Point does. And next man up, and it's her turn to play ball.
A fresh 5 coming in for Chesterton here, too. Bayless with it. Tosses it up, doesn't go, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. And that's when the clock will stop, as Doug mentioned. 1:43 in the third. Chesterton trailing by 41.
That was a little sloppy. Brooke Linsmith could have came over and stood straight up and down and maybe take a charge, but she jumped. She left her feet a little bit, got a little sloppy, and then that's what drew the foul on her.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like Carly Bayless is where Chesterton should try to run their offense through. She had a nice shot form here on her free throws. She's had good position more than a few times. Sometimes just couldn't get a handle on the ball. But if I was Chesterton, for their remaining schedule, I'd be trying to work my offense through her. Maybe try to, pull from that to get their offense.
Laying it up is Foster. Excuse me, that was Lynn Smith with 2 more. He's got 8. The shot doesn't go. Rebound to Lynn Smith. Up ahead. Open, and the shot doesn't go. But it's Foster with the rebound to put it back.
Again, it's different names on the back, but it's the same Lady Bulldogs playing aggressive, attacking that rim, and it's their turn on the floor, and they're doing a great job being aggressive.
Bayless down low. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
See, again, good position. She got the ball in a good spot close to the hoop. Went right into her, motion and gets a foul, and that's the free throw line.
Stay with us after the game. We'll name the play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC, training, professionalism, and partnerships for economic development.
Yeah, Carly Bayless came in averaging 12 points a game. She's their leading scorer for Chesterton, and she's going to continue to fight. Anytime you got to get matched up against Stoddard, who's given up, you're giving up 4 inches, and you're already 6 foot. And so Stoddard makes a long night for a lot of people.
Phillips over to Wells. She tried getting it down low to Foster. Goes out of bounds. Back to Chesterton. Final 35 seconds and counting here in the third. 50-9 our score. Don't forget, stay with us wherever you're watching. Crown Point and Chesterton boys coming up after this one from Crown Point as Bayless puts that in. She's got 5. It's Lynn Smith driving the lane, taking it herself, lays it up and good. She's got 10.
Nice touch, aggressive drive to the rim.
At the buzzer, doesn't go from Wisniewski, and that'll do it after 3, 52-11 our score. Crown Point on top. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region Sports Network. 52-11 our score. The Bulldogs on top of the Trojans. And we will have a running clock again once the ball is inbounded.
Correct.
And guess who's back into the game? It's Stoddard and Carruthers. And looks like the rest of the starting bunch for Crown Point. This is Carruthers in the corner. Long three, doesn't go. The rebound to Wisniewski.
Well, I'm Coach Seibert, has a plan. I hope we all hope for the best and hope these guys stay healthy. But, again, they got a couple big ball games coming up. South End Washington, really one of the best teams in Indiana of any class. They've got 2 or 3 kids that are going to be Division I. They got some sisters. They're all, a couple of them are committed to Maryland, and they were the state champions last year in 3A. So they play them next week. I guess they got to try to keep some rhythm with their offense and work on some things.
Gerodimos got knocked down. It's just the team third foul on Chesterton. Down low, this is Stoddard. Off clash, he's got 12.
Yeah, definitely surprised to see them back out here. But I guess Coach Seibert wants to see a little more, as they wrap up their regular season.
Bayless with a nice move on Stoddard. Gets the foul called. She'll shoot 2.
That's nice little up and under there by Bayless. That was a great job by her. That was great footwork. That's hard to teach. Trying to do anything it takes to get around Stoddard.
Got a nice free throw for him. Yeah, she's a good player. That's definitely where Chesterton's bread is buttered.
Second shot for Bayless is good as well. She's got 7 unofficial points in this game. 54-13, Crown Point on top. Gerodimos had that one tipped out. Stay with Crown Point here. Trying to get it to Maldonado. There's Carruthers off the inbounds pass. Too strong. Out of bounds to Chesterton. 6:20 and counting.
Again, if you're Crown Point, you want to stay sharp. Don't get sloppy. Stay focused here. You got a lot to play for moving forward.
Bayless had this one knocked away. Now she's stuck in the corner. Goes off Stoddard's leg. That seems to be working for Chesterton tonight. Just get in trouble, throw it off their leg.
Yep. And they're making a full sub of their whole lineup.
Another line change.
I like the girls and boys varsity doubleheader. It's draws a big crowd. There's a lot of people already here on hand. They were here for the first game to support the girls. And we'll stick around and see what the boys got.
I think the boys' game is going to be quite the game. I love Chesterton. I watched them play earlier last week, and they just work hard. And Clint Swan does a great job here at Crown Point. He's got some weapons, too. So that second game is going to be a little more competitive than this one, I would believe.
Schultz had that one knocked out.
Get some energy pumping in this stadium.
Yeah, I think there'll be some more people filing in and be a nice, fun Friday night contest.
Sitting with it, top of the key.
Haven't seen anyone yelling at the refs yet, and it's not a high school basketball game unless somebody's yelling at the refs.
Yeah, somebody's got to do a couple barks here and there.
Especially in Indiana.
Make them earn their money.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, right.
This is Richardson driving the lane. You guys talked about it at halftime. Chesterton still playing tough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And taking it inside, not settling for threes for the most part, and getting a lot of their points from the free throw line, that's step in the right direction, especially since it's not like they're playing Crown Point's full backups. Crown Point has their starters in right now, and they're still getting points, so that's a improvement from the first half.
You said getting it inside. They're going right at Stoddard, too.
Yeah, Chesterton's got Gary Westside coming up and Andrean, and then the Sectional 2 opponent that they draw Sunday night. So Coach Campbell's crafty. He's got Fred Mitchell there with them. They've been together longer than a lot of other people here in Northwest Indiana, maybe longer than ever. Coach Campbell's won over 400 varsity games while at Chesterton, and he'll have something up his sleeve for his sectional opponent. Don't sleep on Chesterton.
corner. This is Schultz. Sing. She's going to launch a three from the wing, and it goes.
Very nice.
Nice ball movement there. I like the make the defense move from side to side. And looked like they had some rhythm there. That was nice.
And out come the starters for Crown Point.
Last home game for the seniors for Crown Point here. It's a pretty big moment. Nice round of applause for the defending state champions and some of the best Lady Bulldogs to ever come through this program.
Yeah, they've had a great run the last 4 years. They've won a lot of games, and luckily they get to host a sectional here, so this will be the last regular season game. But what a meaningful night! What a nice career they've had, and I'm sure they're not done. But boy, they left their thumbprint here in this gym and spent a lot of time and a lot of hours and a lot of blood and sweat and tears, and it's paid off for them.
Kokot in the corner. Gets out of there. Hurst to Wisniewski. A lot of dribbling here from Chesterton.
She went with the...
And a loose ball now.
Look at the hustle.
Ran down there by Lynn Smith. They'll call it jump ball. It'll go back to Chesterton.
Those are the little things right there. You're up by 40 points and you got a kid diving on the floor. Now that's why the Crown Point has had their success that they've had. They've had amazing talent, but they've also got that work ethic, and Coach Seibert has them working hard, and that's hard to do for an extended period of time.
Davis down low, gets behind the defender. She's got 4.
Again, good post position. You know, if you get your good post position, good things will happen.
That was great high-low look. That's old school basketball there. That was nice.
Lynn Smith with it. Final 2 minutes of the ball game, 56-20. Going off glass too strong. This is Foster wrestling for it. They call it jump ball. Or they call a foul. As a jump ball will stay with Crown Point. Fresh bodies coming in for Chesterton. Try getting it down to Foster, but she was fouled. Looks like Crown Point will have another fresh 5 coming in.
Again, that's just another testament to Crown Point's depth and the success they've had, and they've got great numbers. And this is we're finding out who's going to be the future here of Lady Bulldogs.
It's like a hockey team with these line changes.
Yeah. Hate to be the stat guy for today. All these numbers coming in and out.
I got numbers out there that I can't even see on the on the roster.
I bet.
Well, when I went to Crown Point, they didn't let me in Algebra 2, so it's all you.
I'm going to guess this is the junior varsity team out there. Number 25, Olivia Otten. Allie Rawls out there for Crown Point. Knocked away. It's shot up from Hurst. Puts it in. And that should just about do it. Final 3 seconds here. Shot doesn't go. There's the horn, and that'll do it. 56-22 our score. Crown Point all over Chesterton in this one. We'll be back to wrap it up in the postgame. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like health care and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
You've built a life. Hanger Insurance helps you protect it. Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point offers coverage for all personal, commercial, agriculture, and life insurance. Hanger is there to help clients manage risk and protect what they love. The experienced staff at Hanger Insurance Group prides themselves on client relationships and is there for clients every step of the way. To learn more, visit them on the web at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Hanger Insurance Group. Protect what you love.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, regionsports.com, along with Doug Nelson, Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac here from Crown Point, 56-22 with the final score. Crown Point Lady Bulldogs over the Chesterton Trojans. And guys, final thoughts on this one.
Yeah, Crown Point took care of business. They didn't play with their food. They had a tight one the other night with Highland, and they came out with a sense of urgency, pressed, gave Chesterton a headache in the first half, and Chesterton's side of things, they battled, and they only had 3 points in the first half, and they finished with 22. So, that's a testament to them not letting go of the rope.
It's time to name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. The Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes. Who you got?
Well, we went with Jessica Carruthers, senior, hopefully Indiana All-Star, possible Indiana Miss Basketball, and she's going to IUPUI. She had, unofficially, what did she have?
20. Down for 20.
Yeah, just another 20-point night for her, so she's very deserving of that award, and she had another solid game here tonight.
Time to name the play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC, training, professionalism, and partnerships for economic development. Greg?
Well, in the first half, Lily Stoddard really showed off her athleticism. Everybody knows about her size, being at 6'4", but closeout block in the first half that really highlighted the kind of speed she has and not just the size that she brings to the table. So that had to be our play of the game tonight. Was on the defensive end, from Lily Stoddard.
Time to name the Region Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Yeah, we went with Carly Ballas from Chesterton. It's a tough game, when you're playing Crown Point, and it's to not let go of the rope the way they did. And I felt like she was getting good, post position all game, even in the first half when the results weren't there. And then the results started to come in the second half, and that was against the starters. At some points in the second half, too. It wasn't just against the bench players. So a credit to Carly and Chesterton for not letting go of the rope. And, so we gave her the blue-collar player of the game, Carly Ballas.
They mentioned it after the game, 39-0 the last 4 years for the Crown Point Bulldogs here for those seniors. What a career here at Crown Point. 56-22 the final. Want to say a special thanks to the athletic director here, Bill Derula at Crown Point, the coaches for Chesterton and Crown Point. Of course, all you viewers, facebook.com/Region Sports and regionsports.com. Management here at Region Sports, executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Coordinating producer is Nathan Laird. Game producer is Rico. It's Rich Castillo. Video is Isaiah Gransberry.
Real quick, we are the second game for the guys. It will be a new stream.
Will be a new stream.
Yeah,
right.
So if the guys if people at home want to watch, they'll just X out of this one, and we'll be starting a new one here real soon.
And we'll get that to you in about 15 minutes or so. So check it out on regionsports.com and Region Sports /Facebook as well. For the crew here, Isaiah Gransberry on the video, Rich Castillo, the gameplay producer, Doug Nelson, Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac saying so long. We'll see you next time. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game.